In this upcoming Serie season, there is only one elite team, just one. All the others are either mediocre or downright awful. It's not AC Milan, it's not Juventus, it's not even Inter Milan who reached the Champions League final. This upcoming season, the only elite team that's left in Serie is Napoli. And I'll tell you why. Before I start rambling on, could you like, comment, share, subscribe? I'd really appreciate it. And let's get back to the video. Let's start off with AC Milan. This is my club. And you have to say, but we've just been awful. Ever since we won the Serie 2020, we've had glimpses of, we're getting better. We're getting closer. We can go back to the good old days. It's been like false dawns. It's probably what Man United fans feel like, but we get glimpses of glory. We're so close to getting back to where we are. But in the end, we just keep flopping. And ever since then, Inter Milan, they've won 2 league titles, I think. And they've reached 2 Champions League finals. They lost on both. We've actually won more trophies than the season. But even then, we just had a disappointing and awful 3-4 years. And it's quite even worse since Maldini's left. So I really hope Maldini can come back. But this season, I think it's going to be the worst in Milan history now. Because we've lost Reinders. I think that's his name. Theo Hernandez, he's going to be gone. Magnan, he probably will go. Or he'll probably go the next season. Even then, our team's looking worse and worse. One of the bright hopes is our striker. Our Mexican striker. This guy, he's really good. And hope he can carry us, but he came from the Eredivisie and just some guy from the Eredivisie. I don't know if he could carry us. I really hope he can. He's a great player, great young player, but this season I don't know if he can carry us just by himself. Next, we go Roma. Roma looked to be going good. They started awful with Daniel De Rossi. And I'm not saying it's his fault, but he wasn't as good as Mourinho. I don't know why they sacked Mourinho in to replace him with De Rossi. But currently, Roma, since Ranieri took over, they've become great. And to be honest, I was one of those people who thought Ranieri kind of fluked it. He got lucky just with winning the league with Leicester. And he's just overrated manager. And his league title is the only reason people talk about him. But I'm definitely wrong here. Ranieri is one of the all-time greats in Serie. He got Roma from near bottom, not too sure where they were, all the way to the Champions League places. And he's done an incredible job. But of course, he's had to retire or resign. I'm not too sure. He might be back. You never know with Ranieri and Roma. He comes back not every 2 seasons, but he comes back 2-3 times already. And the reason I'm saying they're not going to do as good is Dybala is aging, which is sad to say. And some players are young, but the main reason is they have a new manager, and the new manager is great. Gasperini, the Atalanta manager, and he's wonderful. But I feel like he has to take some time to adapt, and that's why I don't think Roma are going to be crazy good this season. Then we got Atalanta. Atalanta were actually one of the really good teams this season. They were great this season. It was kind of a top 3, big 3 of Inter Milan, Napoli, and Atalanta. I'm not saying Atalanta is as good as those 2, but you get what I mean. It was basically them 3. And Atalanta, I would say they'd be one of the decent teams. They'd be the really good teams. But since the manager left, I don't know who they've hired. I don't know if they have hired yet, but I don't think they'll do as good as Gasperini did. I'm telling you, he's left a big legacy. And his hole is a massive hole. I don't know if he'll be replaced as good as Atalanta fans would hope. And for that reason, I feel Atalanta will fall probably 5th place. But they're not going to do as good this season. Then we got Inter Milan. Now, Inter Milan are the only team you could debate. But the reason I'm going to say they're going to fall off this season is when you reach Champions League final, the next season, if you lose the Champions League final, the next season, you either go to the final, win it, or you absolutely collapse. You saw that with Tottenham Hotspur. They got to the final and they absolutely collapsed. Inter Milan, they reached Champions League final I think 3 years ago. It was a great team, and they was great the next year. So I think they got knocked out to Atletico Madrid. But the year after they got to Champions League final, and that was with Inzaghi. And now Inzaghi has been there for, I don't know, 3-4 years. He reached 2 Champions League finals. They lost both, and I feel like him leaving will cause the collapse of AC Milan, especially with Chivu as the manager. No disrespect to Chivu, but I think that's his name. I don't think he's as good as Inzaghi as a manager, and what I'm trying to say is he only managed the under 19s or under 21s, I'm not sure, and he wasn't like the best. He wasn't Enzo Maresca level where he won the league with Man City with the youngsters. He was okay with them, and that's why I'm saying Chivu, he doesn't look too good, and plus they're close to getting knocked out of the Club World Cup, and they embarrassingly lost to a Brazilian side. So that's why I think Inter Milan are not going to be as good as everyone thinks they will. And on Napoli, they're the only good team. And I'll tell you why they're the only good team. The insane team. They're the only team that can actually compete for the Champions League this season from Italy. And I'll tell you why. They got De Bruyne joining. With McTominay, he's apparently really good in Serie. I didn't even know that. And they have Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku with Antonio Conte. Oh my god, they do insane all the time. And they're making a big rebuild. So they're probably going to change up the defense. Maybe the goalkeeper, midfield, bring on some more attackers. I'm not too sure. But Napoli, if they can keep Conte for like 3-4 seasons, they are looking real good. I think they'll storm the Serie, and it's just about winning the Champions League. And I think the last time Conte reached Champions League final was with Juventus in 2015, and he lost that against Barcelona. But then that was that Barcelona team with MSN, and they were insane. So, I mean, he wasn't really expecting to win the Champions League there. But saying that, I feel like with Napoli, he has a great chance, especially with De Bruyne. If De Bruyne doesn't have an injury-riddled season, I feel like Napoli will definitely win the league. And they have a good chance of at least reaching the semi-finals of the Champions League. And I'm saying they'll probably go and win it. What do you think? Do you think I'm delusional, or do you think I'm right? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and thank you for watching.